All men want is to goon for our lives, goon for our future. Sorry, we just play this game for the plot. Hey, if you're a woman and you are watching this, we are not degenerates. We are just simple beings with simple needs. And we also like bouncy balls. Because this sells! We like beautiful stuff, and that's normal. I don't know why people get mad. You don't look at Shrek and think, oh yeah, look at his mouth. That you see. See? Now you know what I mean. I can understand the critics from some people who say that this kind of video games objectifies women, and it can also have a detrimental effect on the perception of reality for some people. But being honest, you need to be really dumb to believe that this is real. At the same time, some people need to understand that games are made to be a device to escape reality, to relax and let go for a couple of hours. And when we do that, we'd rather see this than this. Lately, a lot of Western games have decided to have a specific aesthetic, and a lot of gamers weren't happy about it. I don't know if the main reason for this was some kind of modern politics or self-censoring on the part of the video game studios, but damn, they really could with these designs. Thanks to this, a thirsty fan base was born, but nobody, at least in the West, was eager to fill this niche in the world of gaming, until a hero was reborn from the ashes. And this hero was the East. With new proposals in the gaming world from Eastern developers, a flame was ignited, and that was the flame of desire. A flame that reborn itself with games featuring beautiful protagonists and designs worthy of a Game of the Year award. But not everyone in the gaming world was happy. A small but vocal part of the journalist world was mad and tried to push back against these designs and stated that were really appealing to gaming audiences, shaming those who didn't share their point of view and reinforcing the preconception that gamers are gooners. But are only the male gamers gooners, or is there something more to these allegations? Are we innocent? No, we're not, but those who shame male gamers with these allegations aren't any better. And no, Karen, even though this is real, doesn't mean that this isn't. Beautiful people exist, and everybody knows that. If we detach from those controversies that are not fun and go deeper into a biological and mental perspective, as a man, I can say that we like some stuff that had certain visual qualities, and for that reason, we are deeply attracted to it. Women, on the other hand, like similar stuff, but in a totally different format. Everybody knows that the format can vary and define how something is shown, experienced, or portrayed. The quality can be affected by the format because the source material is difficult to adapt. This is important because men normally enjoy audiovisual inputs. In this case, games and movies are perfect for mass consumption by guys. It stimulates most of our senses, and we can understand and feel everything in an optimal way. With this, we can experience a vast gamut of emotions, from excitement to anger, and it makes it easier for us to process everything. Meanwhile, women can also enjoy this kind of format the same way as men, but with one big catch. When we're speaking about corn, everything is so different. While men like to see and hear the corn grow, women, on the other hand, enjoy things in a more refined way. They enjoy reading it. Do you know what smut is? Well, some women read it, and they read a lot of it. If we use Google's Clanker, we can see that it defines smut books as books often within the romance genre that focus primarily on explicit sexual content and detailed description of sexual acts, rather than placing a strong emphasis on plot or character development. while other terms like spicy or steamy can describe books with explicit scenes. Smut specifically implies that the sexual content is the main focus of the book, potentially with little plot beyond the explicit encounters. Well, in simple words, this can be defined as corn for your imagination. You don't see it, you don't hear it, unless it's an audiobook, I think. You read it and think about it. Well, you technically see it, but not in the same way. And well, while I was investigating this and going deep into the 7 circles of hell, I found a subgenre of smut called Omegaverse. And I was perplexed. In this genre, you can find works of art like Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas and The Duke and I by Julian Quinn. But this one was the one that took all my attention. Havoc, Heal Her Alpha. This book has something that even I couldn't resist. Maybe it was the cover, the picture, or it was the first one I found, and I started reading it because I am lazy. In this masterpiece, you can behold paragraphs like this, but first, let me dress for the occasion. Remember, we are reading art, guys. Where was I? Now he was here. His skin on mine, my thoughts were settling, just enough to process what was happening. The first thought was that I knew I wasn't going to stop this. I want to warn you, Havoc. I just stunned. Those were Logan's words. Once have been told over and over, and right now, Caspian caged me in, the opposite of all that. His aura was smothered in the room, and his pupils were blown. Caspian didn't want me, yet he did. And I wanted that raw, awful energy so badly. I couldn't take anything clinical or calculated ever again. I wanted him to claim me, even if he hated, even if I knew it was wrong. Me. I moaned, my fingers closing around his top. My voice was a whine. I couldn't see his warring with himself, betrayed by the need he felt just like I did. I need you. Those were the words that sent him over the cliff. We had to leave this room. His voice was low, each word strained. I cut him off with a snap that surprised even me. My hand shot out, clapping around his throat. You are going to f me right now. I hissed. I was going anyway. For the first time, the lingering essence of Logan wasn't a town or a threat. It was a dumb truth. He was dead and I was alive, here on his bed, with his guard up, and I needed to know Caspian wanted me enough to do it. Beautiful. Let's read the end of this part. Those beautiful dark eyes see it, with a collision of fury and loss. He wasn't going to live. I knew it in that moment, but he hated that he wouldn't. You wanted to give me vengeance? I asked. Fuck me on his bed. The tiniest whisper of a voice tried to warn that this was a bad plan. The ball, your hit. It was snuffled out as his fingers dug into my waist, making promises of what he had to offer. But I didn't want gentle or kind. I wanted his fury. His touch still stands, but through this way of heat, it wasn't bad at all. It was making me need him more. Can you see it? The feeling, the dominance, the experience. Some women like this. And it's like their core, mystical core nonetheless, but their core at last. Maybe for women it's not enough to see, they need to feel the mood, feel the experience, understand the context, and feel that they're part of it. They want to feel loved, desired, and protected. But at the same time, they need to find some attractiveness beyond the looks. They don't need to see it, they need to find some likeness with the character. When we dudes see Gooner content, we only see the farmer harvesting the corn, but women on the other hand need to know who the farmer is. The farmer needs to be handsome and protected, a complicated but mysterious guy with a desire for love and possession. But for us guys, that is just too complicated. We just want to see the balloons jiggle. Damn it! If you're too curious about this world of art, you can buy it. I won't leave a link because nobody's paying me for this. I really enjoyed this experience, but I did this to make a point. A point to be able to show you a game that women like. One that has almost all those qualities I was talking about before. I need to find this to understand the recipe to create a game with Gooner qualities for women. And some guys. And I can confirm that this is the Gooner game for women. This is a piece of art that is unbelievable. It's the Picasso, the Mona Lisa of gaming. Something that no man would believe exists. The whole fuck. Let me show it to you. This is love and deep space. Yes, and it's a marvelous work of art. A game that deserves a GOTY. Look at those abs. That pearly skin. Oh yes, daddy. Only girls like this. And some dudes. But I can see the appeal for the female Gooner gamer. Women are not saints, they can be as degenerate as men are. They only need certain qualities to be appealing to them in the Gooner sense of the word. And this game is not an innocent walk in the park. The game has everything: hot protagonists, good graphics, and sin, a lot of sin. And it has some action. Well, that's nice. At least there is some gameplay. This game is a gacha otome game with encounters. Encounters. That's what women like in this kind of game. As I told you with the small books, they want to feel it, like a slow burn. They like the process, the conquest, the subjugation, and being loved. And the sweet part of this game are the guys. And some girls may say that they are really important for the plot, and that they only play the game for the plot. Sounds familiar? We got you, we know what you mean. Winky winky. In the end, when we stray away the trivialities that seem to divide us, we find that we are not so different after all. Think of humanity as a collection of different dog breeds. We come in every shape, color, and temperament imaginable, each with our own distinct bark. Yet, beneath these superficial variations, we are only driven by the same profound and unifying objective: to witness and appreciate the breathtaking beauty woven into the fabric of everything around us. It's in the warmth of the morning sun, the shared laughter with a loved one, and the silent awe of a star-filled night. And all this gibberish means, let yourself go and goon like there's no tomorrow. Please, stay not too cold.